think my parents ever taught me not to talk with my mouth full. Good morning, diary. I was so hungry. I woke up like 10 minutes before I had to be there for my appointment this morning. So I didn't get to eat anything, and I'm just sitting there the whole time thinking about food. And I couldn't stop yawning because I didn't have any food in my stomach to give me energy. Notice how I've stopped yawning now. Oh crap, I feel a yawn coming. Alright, so today I'm actually gonna get shit done. Woo! I need to go next door and use their printer to print off some return labels for all of these lovely little video games that I need to send back. And there's more coming through the mail yet that I have to return. Casey and I went to the Golden Bee last night, and they gave us little patches, sticker patches. I'm hoping that I can iron it on, because I really like it. It's really cute. My sister would be so jealous. She loves bees. When she comes to visit me, I'm so taking her there, just so she can have a patch. But I definitely love the people that work there and the people that go there so far. They are all very intelligent, interesting people. What's funny is that I found the Golden Bee on a website that said 10 most hipster hangouts in Colorado Springs. Because I'm a hipster. I mean, look at me. Anyway, so last night I was talking to my brother Hudson, texting, and he asked me who I wanted to become president. And I said, someone that will make the world a better place. And he was like, Trump or Hillary? And I said, I prayed that whoever won was going to be the person that would make the world a better place. So I believed that whoever became president would be that person. He's like, God, just choose. And I told him, if you really want to know who I voted for, which is not what he asked me, I told him Jill Stein. He's like, who is that? Because of course, you know, besides the two major parties, most people don't know the third party candidates. Of course, my brother is 9 years old. I said, when he asked, who's that? I told him someone that I thought would make the world a better place. And then he proceeds to gloat in a very neener, mocking fashion, saying, President Trump, go Trump, he won. You know, sent me a whole paragraph of just that over and over again, pretty much. And I was just like, wow, he doesn't even know anything about politics, and he's automatically gloating because that's who my mother and his father voted for. I didn't respond, of course. I think I changed the subject, and I asked him how his school day was, and he said it wasn't a good day, and that we shouldn't talk about it. It's because he got his grades back. He had all A's and B's, except for 2 C's. And my mother more than likely grounded him. I didn't ask, but more than likely. Because that's how she is. If you get a C, it's considered an F to her. I told him that he seemed really, really, you know, disappointed and angered and afraid. He drew me a picture of like a homework assignment with a bunch of wrong answers and an F at the top. I think in that picture he wrote at the top, "Mom's gonna kill me." Not Dad, Mom, of course. And he was talking about his science report and how it was half of his grade, and I'm like, you know, don't worry about it, just do what you can, and you can always ask for help. You know, it's not like Mom and Dad aren't there. And then he's got me too. And I'm like, dude, you know, I'm not telling you not to do your homework, but that's all grades tell you, is that you did your homework. Congratulations. Grades in the long run don't mean anything. He mentioned that I had straight A's. And I told him, no, that's what Mom tells you, so you work hard. And then he says how, like, at the end, I got bad grades on purpose. I never got bad grades on purpose. But that's what my mother tells him. And when he mentioned that, I was like, even with those bad grades, I turned out just fine. Now, didn't I? In the long run, my grades didn't mean anything. And hopefully he realizes that. You know, I can't stop my mother from punishing him, but I can at least make him feel like it's okay to fail. I can't think of what else I need to say. Oh, Casey and I both had trouble sleeping. So we've both decided that we don't need to drink anymore. Which, it seems like every time that I go out drinking, I end up with acid reflux and probably UTI and depression the next day. So, yeah. I didn't expect, you know, it's not like I'm hungover, but I think it's time to stop. We'll have to find something else to do. Either that or drink soda at bars. I'm really hoping that eventually they just come up with marijuana bars. Or lounges. Make them legal. Okay, so recently, Higher Balance Institute has been sending out emails for a live class that is, I think, tomorrow night. So they mentioned that Eric Pepin gives his own psychic reading of how the election, how the term of our new president will basically play out. And I thought to myself, like, do I really want to know? It almost feels like by saying it out loud or even hearing it, that it'll more than likely come true. And that it's less likely to change. So I'd rather continue visualizing what I hope for the future than to have something else in my mind. At my doctor's appointment today, I mentioned how I'll get woken out of sleep by that buzzing energy feeling that I feel in my chi area. I didn't say chi area, of course, I just pointed to where. Because I was curious if Western medicine had any idea what it could be. I mean, I don't really have much faith in Western medicine, but there are some Eastern medicines that I'm like, okay. Hail in Colorado in the middle of November. This is as close as we're gonna get to snow. I mean, it kind of looks like snow. It's just in ball form and bounces. Close enough. Okay, now that is snow. It's the first snow of the year. Today is November 17th. It took that damn long. I hope my poor plants don't die. I don't think they're taking the gloominess very well. So I'm boiling some water so I can make some tea. Here's my lovely teacup. I've never washed it with soap, so it's got all these crazy tea stains in it. I love it. I'm making kombucha green tea by Yogi. Live for each other. I try. So I got my script in for Record, Transfer, Erase, the play that I'm in. And I just so happen to be playing the lead, Amelia. I've never had a lead part in my life. I've never had so many lines, and I've never had so many hard emotional scenes. I can tell you that I have an emotional breakdown. So I have to learn how to cry. Which I've done a crying scene before, but you know, when you're on a big stage, people can't tell that you're actually crying. When you're on a very intimate, small stage, people can always tell. So it's going to be a very emotional show. And I think this is, if I can do this play to the best of my ability and actually pull it off, I think my life will be complete. Okay, so I am sitting here. I'm gonna do some meditation. Sorry, I'm just getting into lotus position. To prop your foot up. I like to have my back supported, which I do with my couch. And lately, the last couple of times I've meditated, I've been using some prayer beads, which has been interesting. It's very difficult to keep my mind focused, and it helps. That's what I get for having ADHD. You either get hyper-focused, which can be awesome for meditation, or you can be all over the place, which is absolutely awful. So it's all about training yourself. I also have a singing bowl with me that I use to start my meditation. I like listening to the frequencies. And I have some tea with me, just in case my mouth gets dry. My incessant clock is very annoying and loud. So I'm gonna try listening to music. I have a meditation playlist that I listen to with various songs that help with meditation. Otherwise I would use the putty earplugs that I use. I got them from a float spa that I went to a couple times, which is something I would love to do again, but right now money is tight, so gotta do with what you got.